In 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic began to spread across the country, an incident occurred in the VVIP area of Uttar Pradesh's capital, Lucknow, that sent shockwaves from Lucknow to Delhi. The case involved a double murder, and it took place in the bungalow of a senior railway official, just a few steps away from Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's office. The case was so high profile that the police claimed to have solved it within 3 to 4 hours. However, the mystery of the case persisted. It eventually unraveled into a shocking story that tarnished the sacred bond between a father and daughter. So, what is the full story of this case? Who were the victims? Who committed the murders? And what unfolded afterward? Let's dive into the details, step by step, in this video. The revelations about the father and daughter in this case will undoubtedly leave you shocked. Before we proceed, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it now and press the bell icon. As mentioned earlier, this story is about a bungalow on Vivekananda Marg in the posh Gautam Pali area of Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. The bungalow, No. 9, belonged to the family of senior railway official R.D. Bajpayi in August 2020. A 1998 batch railway officer, R.D. Bajpayi, had recently been transferred from Lucknow to Delhi. At the time, he was serving as the spokesperson for the railway board in Delhi under the then railway minister Piyush Goyal. On August 29, 2020, R.D. Bajpayi was in Delhi due to work commitments. Meanwhile, his wife Malini Bajpayi, their son Saurav Bajpayi, and their 15-year-old daughter were staying at the Lucknow bungalow. The daughter was a 9th grade student at Laredo High School and a professional shooter who had won several major shooting tournaments at a young age. Their son was pursuing his graduation from Gomti Nagar Sanskriti University. Because the daughter was a minor at the time of the incident, we will not disclose her name. August 29th happened to be R.D. Bajpayi's birthday. Due to his work, he could not celebrate it with his family in Lucknow. So, Malini and their son decided to celebrate his birthday at home and planned to include him via video call. After finalizing the plan, Malini and Saurav went to their rooms to rest in the afternoon, while the daughter also went to her room. It was around 3 p.m. Malini's parents, who lived about 5 kilometers away in the Gomti Nagar area, received a panicked call from their granddaughter at around 3 p.m. In a distressed voice, she said, I am trying to wake up my brother and mother, but they are not responding. They don't seem to be in good condition. Please come quickly with an ambulance. After saying this, the girl broke down crying on the phone. Alarmed by her cries, Malini's mother immediately informed her husband. Both of them rushed to R.D. Bajpayi's bungalow within minutes. When the grandparents and other family members arrived, the girl screamed even louder and pointed towards a room. What they saw inside left them utterly shocked. Malini and her son Saurav were lying in a pool of blood in the room. The family members tried to wake them up, but there was no response from either. Realizing the gravity of the situation, they quickly called the emergency number 112. Within minutes, an ambulance arrived at the bungalow. Local police officers, upon receiving the information, also reached the scene. The medical team examines both individuals and declares them dead. Both were shot in the head. The murder of a senior government official's wife and son in such a high-security area creates a stir in the administration. This information is relayed to R.D. Bajpayi, who was working in Delhi at the time. As Bajpayi was closely associated with the then railway minister, Piyush Goyal, the matter quickly reaches the minister as well. Piyush Goyal immediately informs Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over the phone, requesting urgent action on the case. Given the high-profile nature of the incident, senior police officials of the state begin arriving at the scene. The first to reach is DGP H.C. Awasthi, who initiates the investigation. At the time of the incident, apart from the mother, son, and daughter, there was also a servant in the house. Initially, suspicion falls on the servant. However, after a brief investigation, the servant is ruled out as a suspect. The police then begin exploring other possibilities, including whether an outsider might have entered the house to commit the murders. But soon, this angle is also dismissed, as no evidence of an outsider entering the premises is found. The only person who could help the police was the daughter present in the house. When officers question her, she refuses to reveal anything, insisting that she will only speak to her father when he arrives. At the time of the incident, the country was grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic, and air travel was suspended. Consequently, upon learning of the incident, R.D. Bajpayi began traveling from Delhi to Lucknow by car. The daughter firmly insists on waiting for her father before revealing anything. Nevertheless, the police cautiously and patiently continue their investigation, gradually extracting bits of information from her. During questioning, the girl behaves oddly, often making bizarre claims about ghosts and spirits in the house. The officers notice that she consistently hides her hands and keeps adjusting her scarf to ensure her hands remain covered. When the police request her to remove the scarf from her hands, she refuses. Gently persuading her, the officers manage to remove the scarf, leaving them shocked. Her arms are covered with at least 100 cuts, some of them fresh. The wound on her palm appears so recent that it seems to have been inflicted only a short while ago, with a bandage hastily applied. When asked about the injuries, the girl provides vague responses and continues behaving strangely. While searching her room, the police discover peculiar books about ghosts and spirits. They also find a message written on the bathroom mirror, reading "Disqualified human," with a bullet hole shot through the center of the mirror. Further investigation reveals that the bullets fired during the incident matched the licensed firearm in the house. Evidence confirms that 3 shots were fired, one that struck Sarthak Bajpayi in the head, one that hit Malini Bajpayi in the head, and the third lodged in the bathroom mirror. The initial investigation strongly suggests that the daughter herself committed the murders. However, the police decide to wait for R.D. Bajpayi's arrival before taking further action. When R.D. Bajpayi arrives in Lucknow, his daughter clings to him, crying, and claims, "A ghost made me do it. I am not at fault." She continues to mislead the police with incoherent stories. However, when the officers apply gentle pressure during questioning, she confesses to killing her mother and brother. She explains that a ghost had instructed her to do so. During the interrogation, the girl reveals that she had been telling her mother and brother about the ghost for a long time, but they never believed her. The investigation uncovers that around 3 a.m., while Malini Bajpayi and her son were resting, the daughter retrieved the licensed firearm and shot her mother in the head without warning. As a professional shooter, her aim was precise, leaving her mother no chance to react. The girl's brother, who was nearby, was shot in the head before he could comprehend the situation. After shooting both, she covered their bodies with a bedsheet and called her grandmother to fabricate a story. Within 4 hours of the incident, the police reveal that the minor daughter of R.D. Bajpayi was responsible for the murders of her mother and brother. However, the police also note that the girl appears to be deeply depressed and mentally unstable. It is evident that she had been self-harming for days, as indicated by the injuries on her arms. The police recover a blade and razor from her possession, which she had used to harm herself. The case takes a twist when R.D. Bajpayi provides his statement to the police. He accuses his own daughter of being the murderer of his wife and son. They refuse to accept it and claim that their daughter did not commit these murders. Instead, they allege that someone from outside the house broke in and carried out the crimes. They file infer against an unknown person. Meanwhile, the police take possession of both bodies present in the house and send them for post-mortem. After the post-mortem, the final rites of both are conducted. The girl's condition deteriorates so much that she doesn't even attend her mother and brother's funeral. Instead, she stays with her grandmother at her house. After the funeral, the police continue their investigation. Based on the girl's statements and the evidence, she is taken into custody and sent to 14 days of police custody. In police custody, the girl's medical examination is conducted, and she is diagnosed as depressed. She is then presented in juvenile court, where R.D. Bajpayi requests the court to allow his daughter to stay in custody at their home instead of jail due to her poor condition. The court accepts R.D. Bajpayi's request, and the girl is placed in home custody under the supervision of police officers in civil dress stationed at her house. The police do not make much progress in this case, as the girl is found to be mentally ill. Her treatment begins under a psychiatrist at King George Medical College. Not much happens against the girl in this case, and soon she is granted bail by the court. A few months later, the girl goes to live with her father in Delhi. Gradually, people forget about this case, and almost a year passes. However, R.D. Bajpayi and his daughter come into the limelight again in a shocking and shameful manner. The same minor girl, who was accused of murdering her mother and brother in a state of insanity, files a report at a Laganj police station on November 23rd against her father, Malini Bajpayi, and her aunt, Pinky Tiwari. She alleges that her father had been exploiting her since 2013. The girl further claims that after the death of her mother and brother, when she went to live with her father in Delhi, her aunt started forcing her to go to her father's room. The allegations are so serious that a case is filed under the POCSO Act, along with charges of molestation and other sections against her father and aunt. Since the daughter filed the case, both accused secured an arrest stay from the local court, which prevents the police from arresting them. Regarding the current status of this case, the court has established that the girl committed the murders of her mother and brother in a state of depression, so no severe action has been taken against her. This case remains unresolved in court files. Meanwhile, in 2022, the police filed a charge sheet against the father and aunt for the allegations made by the girl. This case is also ongoing in court. Friends, after hearing this entire story, what would you like to say? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. If you appreciated our effort, don't forget to like and share this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and press the bell icon for updates. Stay connected with us for more such stories from the world of crime. Thank you.